Bonjour, bienvenue sur CMI. On continue avec la correction de l'épreuve d'anglais, niveau BAC pour les séries littéraires, session de 2021 au Cameroun. Section A, Grammar 1. Complete the sentences below following the instructions in the brackets. Write your answers in the spaces provided. 1. The film was in French. It had subtitles in English, so we could understand it. Link both sentences using a conjunction. Alors, il y a une relation positive entre les deux phrases. So here I will drop the full stop and then use and, which means this film was in French and it had. So subtitles in English. Okay, next. 2. I don't know his name. I think it's Peter. My mates say he's John. Right. Join the second and third sentences using either or. So I'm right here. So I'll keep this sentence. I don't know his name. Fine. I think it's either Peter or John. Okay, let's write it down. So I think it is either Peter or John. Right. Next. 3. Andy asked his sister, have you consulted a dentist? Okay. What do we want here? Reported speech. So Andy asked his sister whether or if she had consulted a dentist. So I'll skip the Andy part of it, keep it like that, and then say if / whether his sister, whether she had, why had? Because have you, whether she had consulted a dentist. Okay, so reported speech, question type. 4. Cameroon grows good coffee beans. What do you want from me? Change this sentence into the passive voice. Okay, we know the rule. I'm not going to review it here. So let's go. Good coffee beans are grown in Cameroon. So here we begin with good coffee beans are grown in Cameroon. Okay, next. Let's move on. Yes. 5. Ali went to the airport late. He missed his flight. And then we need to use if. I'm immediately thinking, if Ali had not gone to the airport late, he, of course, wouldn't have missed his flight. No need to say that we're dealing with the third conditional, and well, being in terminal, you're supposed to know it quite well. Okay, let's move on. Second section, which is way easier than the previous one, just by looking. Okay, complete the following clause text with expressions chosen from the pairs in the box below. Use each expression once. Okay, so what do I have? I have has been, had been, that's the first pair, as, more than, above, inside, how often, how far, across, and through. I'm supposed to pick from, okay, this is the first one, then the second, then the third, and the fourth. So I'm supposed to pick. Okay, Abesolo's sister behaves in a strange way these days. His uncle asked if she ever to a psychiatric hospital. So ask if, I'm already thinking. Oh, what am I thinking? Reported speech, yes, but which form? His uncle asked if she had ever been. If she had. Oh, she had. Oh, sorry. So had had ever been. Exactly, because I was supposed to pick here has ever been, had ever been. So his uncle asked if she has ever been. But since I'm dealing with his uncle asked, I mean he asked in the present perfect, then the reported form will be in the past perfect. Okay, do I need to repeat this? Okay, let me go for it. The uncle asked the question in the present perfect, but because I'm dealing with reporting what he says, I'm forced to move to the past perfect. Okay, let's move on. Abesolo replied, yes. His uncle also wanted to know. They consult the psychiatrist. So what do we have? How far and how often? So of course, how often or how often? Okay. Abesolo said once every fortnight. Okay, so this is a confirmation of how often. Everyone who laid eyes on the girl felt sad. She was tall. Okay, who says tall? There is a comparison. So she was as tall as. Can you say more tall than Abesolo? No, generally we don't say more tall than. We say taller than. So no, I won't go for this. I'll go for she was as tall as Abesolo with long dark hair. She kept walking for hours with her hands, her head. So your hands are generally where? Are they inside or above? Generally above her head. Okay, so with her hands above her head. Most of the younger children in the house were scared of getting too close to her, so they would run into the bedrooms and observe her actions. Of course, across a window, generally it's through a window. Okay, her actions through a window. Okay, next. Vocabulary. Okay, that's going fast. Read these facts. This is very important. Read these facts from James Steele and complete the sentences with appropriate words chosen from those in the brackets. Okay. Dear Mr. Owen. Oh, that would be Owen. I am a number of designs for you to consider for your stand at the International Food Exhibitions. Okay, so it's a fax. So what am I doing? Am I attaching? Am I enclosing, or am I joining? Joining, no. Enclosing, yeah, could be, but enclosing implies a letter. So attach is what we will go for. So I am attaching a number of designs for you to consider for your stand at the International Food Exhibition next March. So next, for so as, like, you will see, there are a number of decisions you will have to make before, prior, until we can offer you an exact quotation. Okay, so here you will see. Can we say for you will see? No. So you will see? No. As you will see? Possible. Like you will see? I see. Oh, that's interesting. I'll go for as you will see, because when we use the expression like, we say like you can see rather than like you will see. Like you can see, but as you will see, there are a number of decisions you will have to make, of course, before we can offer you an exact quotation. Until, no. Prior. But here, if you want to use prior, you have to change the whole sentence. It will be something like, you will have to make prior to us offering you an exact quotation. But that's not the case. So before. Yes. Okay. And yes. Now, you should let us know exactly how much floor space your stand will, occupy. Yes. Occupy. Not employ, not take, but occupy because of what? Space. You do occupy a space. Yes, whether you require the stand to be open or closed, how many shelves you would like for displaying products, how many people you wish to accommodate on the stand at any one time. Okay, so both sales personnel and visitors. Of course, because of the expression both, I'm thinking combining, no, because we're talking about sales personnel and visitors, is generally including, okay? Including, in this case, involving is not right. Including both sales personnel and visitors. Listen, if you like the video, subscribe, share, and if you have questions, comment below, because sometimes I don't want to extend the length of the video by explaining exactly how I found the answer. But if you guys love the idea of me explaining in detail how I found the answer, then just let me know. If you prefer me explaining the concept in French, just let me know. Okay? Okay, let's continue. Now, unless, please, if you would be so kind as to supply us with this information. Okay? If you would be so kind as to supply us with this information, we will send you a draft design also. Okay? Not together, join, no. Also, unless you would be so kind, no, definitely not. Please, you would be so kind, no. So yeah, if. All right, let's move on to the next section. Yes, part 2. Now, we are required to transform each sentence below using the expressions in the brackets. Each sentence has been started for us. Okay, so 1. Do you and your twin brother have the same looks? To resemble. So, resemble, looks, of course. Does your looks resemble that of your twin brother? That was the question. 2. I would rather have a block of ice and a bottle of Coke than a bottle of beer. Prefer. I prefer a block. Is that? Yes. A block of ice and a bottle of Coke. Now, rather than Dan, you write 2. A bottle of beer, right? Finally, 3. The senior discipline master is interviewing the students who stole books from the school library. So obviously the students who stole books from the school library are being interviewed, okay, are being interviewed, right? So just here, right, are being interviewed by, of course, the, I will let you finish, senior discipline master, right? Next. Okay, yeah, here we go. Reading. All right, like I always say, if you've gone through the video and you reach at this point, take a second, subscribe to the channel, and that's how you show your support. Share if it's useful to you or to someone else. If you have any questions, write the questions down in the comments below. Let's move to reading comprehension. When you have a reading comprehension, please run to the questions. Run to the question section to kind of have an idea of what to expect. So 1, what evidence is there to justify? So they're looking for an evidence. The fact that there is mobile money boom in Somalia. Okay, so I guess the text will be talking about Somalia and mobile money boom. Okay, 2. Give reasons why an increase in the adoption of mobile money as an economic mode of transaction among people in Somalia is a major cause for concern. So there is an issue with mobile money. What could that be? 3. What major problem do the Somali authorities find in trying to introduce mobile money regulations? So there is the idea of, because there are concerns, regulating the sector. 4. According to the text, what 4 measures must the government implement in order to ensure the safe use of mobile money transactions? 5. Why, in your opinion, do most people prefer using mobile money in business transactions? So this is my personal opinion. I can answer it even without reading the text. 6. Suggest a possible title for this passage. Okay, I need to read it before I can do it. So now I kind of have an idea. I'll go read the text and then do my best to answer the questions as fast as possible. Okay, let's go then. We're here. So, reading comprehension. Read the following passage carefully and answer the questions that are based on it. Use correct English sentences and, as far as possible, your own words. Okay, we try our best. All right, let's go. Okay, that was funny. The mobile money market is booming in Somalia. Approximately 155 million transactions worth 2.7 billion, or 36% of gross domestic product, GDP, are recorded every month. Mobile money accounts for a high proportion of money supply in the domestic dollarized economy and has superseded the use of cash. 7 out of 10 Somalis use mobile money services regularly. Interesting. I kind of have some key information regarding the boom, because they were looking for evidence. So already I'm thinking I should underline something here and here. Okay, then 7 out of 10. I think this is important too. 7 out of 10. Okay, so already I know that the answer to question 1 is located here. Okay, number 2, let's move on. The mass adoption of mobile money raises concerns about the magnitude of the system vulnerabilities and potential macroeconomic effects in cases of disruption, with potential serious implications on the wider economy, as we explore in the latest Somalia economic update. Customers have no guarantee that the e-money can be redeemed for cash, as there is no parity requirement between monetary value held virtually on the mobile money wallet and physical funds held on deposit. Know your customer (KYC) data used to identify clients and determining the risk of illegal intention is not systematically registered for mobile money wallets, and there are no formal frameworks to protect consumers in dispute cases. The lack of regulatory and supervisory oversight of mobile money services is a source of added concern. Okay. Mobile money experiences, especially those concerning the protection of consumer rights, have been stifled throughout the reporting period. So how can Somali authorities protect consumers? The challenge for policymakers and regulators is how to introduce mobile money regulations on a market that has operated without regulatory oversight. Ensuring stability and reliability of the mobile money system is a priority. Focusing on safeguards for consumer funds, improving compliance and risk management, reducing opportunities for fraud, strengthening regulatory reporting, and protecting consumer data. In the SEU, we recommend a phased-in approach for regulating mobile money services. The top priority must be to safeguard consumer funds and ensure continued and undisrupted service delivery. The second priority should be to strengthen service delivery via greater innovation, including stronger agent networks, internal controls, and holding providers responsible for agents. Once the protection of consumer funds and service delivery are guaranteed, it will be important to strengthen consumer protections, including data privacy, and create platforms for complaints and access to redress mechanism. Regulation could then address the requirement for clear, consistent, and effective reporting and disclosures from providers. Mobile money services that are regulated and supervised provide opportunities for securely and responsibly expanding financial inclusion. This is amplified by the use of mobile money to transfer more than $1 billion as remittances to Somalia. Regulation of mobile money is likely to promote greater financial stability and integrity, level the playing field, and boost the system's usefulness for more advanced applications. Balancing regulatory oversight with space for private sector innovation using the so-called regulatory sandbox would allow regulation to keep up with innovation and could increase the functional utility of mobile money. Somalia's mobile money services need to be adequately regulated before serving as a critical enabler for innovation and anchor of financial sector development, and digitized identification system and social protection mechanism are just two of many examples where innovation backed by financial technology can contribute to financial inclusion, equity, and resilience. Okay, that was a long text. Nonetheless, let's go back to the questions. Okay, we already have an idea of where to locate the answer to number 1, which is the evidence to justify that there is a mobile money boom. Then they ask us the question to give reasons why the increase in the adoption of mobile money as an economic mode of transaction among people in Somalia is a major cause of concern. And I remember reading in the text somewhere around here, yes, somewhere around here, where question 2, they were saying the mass adoption of mobile money raises concern about the magnitude of the system vulnerabilities. I can't say that word today. Okay, what else? Yeah, the effects in case of disruption, that's another concern. And I remember there was also something important. Yes, the lack of guarantee, because money, nothing guaranteed that your money can be redeemed for cash. Yes. So yeah, I mean, okay. Let us answer then question 1 and 2 because we know where they're located. So to the question, what evidence do we have? We go back to the text, and then this is our evidence. There is approximately 155 million transactions worth 2.7 billion. That is our first evidence. Okay? This is our first evidence. On top of it, and that's even every month, so that's terrible. On top of it, we have, and then of course the obvious, 7 out of 10 Somalis use mobile money services. Okay, the next question states that, okay, we need to give reasons as to why an increase in the adoption of mobile money as an economic mode of transaction is a major cause of concern. Yes. Okay, going back to the text, we do exactly the same thing, which is, I remember here, yes, so mass adoption of mobile money raises concern, okay, about the magnitude of the system's vulnerabilities. Oof, I said it, okay, and potential macroeconomic effects. So, okay, what are they? In case of disruption, wider economy, as we explore the latest, okay. So, one thing is customers have no guarantee that the e-money can be redeemed for cash. No guarantee. That's a major problem. Okay? No parity requirement. On top of it, KYC data used to identify clients and determining the risk of illegal intentions are not systematically registered for mobile money wallets. There are no formal frameworks to protect the consumer in case of disputes. So, yeah, I mean, and on top of it, even the lack of regulatory and supervisory oversight. Okay. So we have a lot of reasons. We can name them all or pick the one you like best. Okay, next question. 3. What major problem do the Somali authorities find in trying to introduce mobile money regulation? Okay, I think this was around here. So So here's the question: how can Somali authorities protect consumers? We hear, how can they protect consumers? So here will be the answer to number 3. How can Somali authorities protect consumers? Here they say the challenge for policymakers and regulators is how to introduce mobile money regulations on a market that has operated without regulatory oversight. Okay, so that is the challenge they're facing. The market is already there and running, so kicking in with regulation might not be well received. Okay, next question. 4. According to the text, what 4 measures must the government implement in order to ensure that the safe use of mobile money transactions? Okay, I think I've located the answer to this. 4 measures. Okay, so here will be the top priority. Okay, so here there is the idea of top priority that I will name as 1, and then I see top priority must be to safeguard consumer funds and ensure continued and undisrupted service delivery. So safeguard of consumer funds and undisrupted service delivery, top priority. Second priority, then strengthen services. Okay, inclusion. Okay, and then we move to consumer protection. So once consumer protection funds and services delivery are guaranteed, it will be important to strengthen, strengthen. So this will be first, second, third. Strengthen consumer protection, including data privacy, and create platform for complaints and access to redress mechanism. Okay, and what other reason? Yes, and there is, of course, the importance of reporting disclosures from providers. Okay, so that will be 4. Okay, next question. Yes. Why, in your opinion, do most people prefer using mobile money in business transaction? Of course, like I said earlier, the answer is definitely not in the text. So, a couple of reasons. It's convenient. So, convenience, it's a good way to look at it. Number 2, speed. Why speed? Because I'm here in Douala. It's very easy for me to send money to, I don't know, Bertois, to Garoua, to Marois, to Saint-Mélimar, Bafon, and so on and so forth. So it's quite easy to move left and right, no problem. Is there another reason? Yes, of course. The service is available 24/7, okay? I can do it any time of the day and the night. Any time of the day and night, right? What else? Yes, like I said, distance is not a problem. Oh yeah, safety. Yeah, this is a tricky one. In what sense? When you want to move a lot of money, you're always concerned whether you have your own car or you're moving in a taxi. With mobile transfer, it's not an issue. If I want to send, let's say, 100,000 or 500,000, I can do it straight from my phone. I don't have to carry the whole amount. So there is that aspect of safety. And number 6, they say, suggest a positive title, a possible title for this passage. Well, of course, for me, it has to do with regulation. So I would just say the importance of regulation in mobile money services. In mobile money services. Okay, I don't need this. Okay, just that's it. Right, let's move to the next section. And as usual, you've got questions, smack your keyboard and text it. Okay, section D, essay. As usual, listen, you want the essay writing I need a maximum number of people. It takes a lot of time, and I cannot involve myself unless I have enough people demanding such videos. That being said, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, and thanks for your support. See you soon on CME. À très bientôt. Bye bye.